I'm about to show you the most profound thing that you are going to see all day, and it will take no more than 5 minutes. Are you ready? Okay. I want you to think about the wheel of life, as we call it, the karmic wheel of life, or the life cycles. This is of particular interest to the Buddhist tradition, obviously, who have a bit of a vested interest in learning more about this wheel under the ultimate aim of hopping off it. So this video is about hopping off the wheel, hopping off the karmic wheel and the cyclic wheel of reincarnation. Because I guess that's always the point, isn't it? That we're looking at finishing our time to progress onwards and so forth and so on, and there we go. And so what are we talking? Well, of course, we're talking a wheel, we're talking a spiral. And there's two particular points about this symbol that I want you to really recognise. And one is, of course, is that we start somewhere in the middle, and the idea is that we just continue our path, we continue our life, our lives, continuing on as we go along. But there's two real interesting bits about this symbol, and one is we're always going straight, okay? I don't know if we can go backwards, but the point is we can only go straight, and we are moving in one single direction. But the real point of this symbol is the end bit, okay? The end bit. It's not an end bit. It doesn't end, it goes on forever. It is the proverbial carrot that you will be chasing till the end of time and still not catch it, okay? The idea of the wheel of life is that it cannot be finished, is that you can't finish it. And that is the paradox, that is the irony of this structure, of this symbol that we align to this karmic wheel. You can't get off it, okay? So everything you're doing right now in terms of your skills development, knowledge, all of these sorts of things, that's all fantastic, but it's really just stuff that you are doing. Because as long as you are progressing, which by virtue of you being alive you are, it really doesn't matter what you do, because nothing you do is going to accelerate you any faster, or more to the point, get you to the end, because there is no end. Do you get it? Think about that. So how do we get off this thing, right? If there's no end, how do you get off it? It's really simple. You've got to use your logic. This is our process. How do we get off this symbol, right? Well, it's really simple, right? We sidestep. We literally just get off it. We get off it by choice to say, now that I recognise this wheel is a wheel and that it goes on forever and that I cannot get off it by virtue of just my organic travelling ahead, I have to choose to get off it. If I want to not play this game, I simply have to put down my piece and walk away. And that is the key. Think about that. You can't get off the eternal wheel of life. You cannot end it. You have to stop it yourself, and that is an aspect of choice. So the real question really is, how do I get off it? And more importantly, why doesn't everyone just get off it? If you understand this, are you just going to suddenly, poof, you're gone, just by virtue of you understanding this concept? And of course not, because I'll give you the key. 1, 10 billion incarnations in a row, you're learning all these skills, you're developing this knowledge, you're doing all of this stuff under the guise of spiritual development meaning that you are growing, you are moving forward and so forth, but all it's doing is moving you forward as a particular type of person with a particular skill set and knowledge base. It's not actually achieving you to get off this end, okay? So you need to reassess what you mean by development and what you are actually doing, what you're doing for. Doing what you're doing for? Skills and knowledge do two things. They enable you to do stuff while you're travelling on the path, but the one thing that skills and knowledge will bestow upon you is confidence. And what it takes to step off this wheel is some knowledge that it is a wheel and that it doesn't end, but at the very end of the day, what it's going to take is balls, and for you to say, fuck the entire karmic system, the whole thing. I'm done, I no longer participate, and I choose to get off the game. And when you do that, you will start looking at the game from the outside and not the inside, and you will see. There are all sorts of games in the universe, all sorts of structures, all sorts of shapes, with all sorts of rules. It takes a choice to get off the wheel.